Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nell Nicole and we're going to get into an tarot reading today for Aries for the month of October 2017. Let me just start this video like I start all my daggone videos. I know I'm late. I know I missed a few months. Bear with me. I'm going through a lot in my life and it's all positive. Like, it's not even like I'm trying to get some sort of sob story here worked up for you guys. I'm literally just so busy right now. I couldn't ask for life to be any better than it is. I just have to really get on my P's and Q's about getting you guys these readings, and trust me, I'm on my own head just as much as you guys are on my head, because every day I get a comment, where's October, where's the videos, so I'm here. And so today I figured, you know, since I am sort of still figuring out my schedule and running low on time more often than not, I'm gonna just give you guys the general and the love reading all at once. Go ahead and knock it out in one video. Again, you guys know that, you know, to get the most accurate assessment of what the stars and, you know, spirit is kind of trying to convey for you, it's best if you check out your sun, moon, and rising videos. You can find that out if you go to like any, my favorite website is Astro.com. You go down to extended, you go to like free horoscopes or something like that, and then you can press extended chart selection. I'm trying to make sure I look at y'all and not myself. Free horoscopes, extended chart selection. And then put in all your birth information. Birth time does have to be accurate to get a real assessment, but from there you can find out really pretty much all your placements, but the most important ones are like sun, moon, and rising for beginners. And then come back and watch all 3 videos. So just got done doing a short meditation. I'm going to ask Spirit, what messages do you have for Aries for the month of October 2017 going into November 2017? What messages do you have for Aries for this month in general? And honestly, like 3 or 4 cards already just popped out for y'all. So I think I'm wasting everybody's time by continuing to shuffle, because Spirit, usually with you guys too, is very, very direct. Like, I think it's a direct reflection of your energy, being that you're ruled by Mars, and there's just this sense of like, I don't know, Aries makes me feel rushed because it always wants to be first. It always is like, come on, get straight to the point. So you guys have the 7 of Wands, right? 7 of Wands, 3 of Cups, the Chariot. I'm going to get my lighting situation together too, y'all, eventually. And the 4 of Cups. So what this is telling me, okay, 7 of Wands makes me feel like there's something in your life that's going on that's making you maybe a little bit defensive. You could be feeling like you need to defend your beliefs, because Wands is all about our creative energy, our ideas, our intellectual properties, right? The things that we sort of create in this world that are like our little babies, you know? And so when you talk about creativity, it is ruled by a fire sign. Like, Wands are ruled by fire signs. Fire signs tend to be very, very confident and sort of sure of themselves, very prideful, sort of egotistical in a way. But you know, everybody's sort of experienced in life where you have just this grand idea, and like the idea is so big you're kind of afraid of it. You don't want to share it with people because you don't want to hear all the negative input that they may have, and you don't want to hear all the what ifs and the you know, examples of the pitfalls you could possibly fall into. I feel like you're definitely feeling that energy right now. It's time for you to sort of step into your own beliefs. Who are you? What is it that you believe that you know Spirit has put within your system, within your body, that nobody could sort of convince you that it's not for you? You know what I mean? Like, what is that one thing that you feel like you have to protect? He's protecting his home. He's protecting his sanctuary. He's protecting his immediate environment. He's not allowing these other people who are here to come infiltrate into his sacred space. You know, he's very, very sure of the inspiration that has been divinely given to him. And so he's going to, in the physical, in the 3D realm, physically defend his own honor. And I think that this month may be centered around that a little bit for you. I do feel like there's a sort of balancing energy here, that if you tap into it, you could absolutely push forward through this whole adversity, whatever it is, whoever it is that's sort of trying to be the naysayer or trying to put the negative seeds into your head, who's trying to plant those negative seeds. If you balance yourself out and make sure that you stay evenly keeled, you know what I'm saying? Stay on an even playing field within yourself, you'll be fine. This card, I mean, she's wearing the purple, so it's about the divine energy. In my eyes, purple represents like not loyalty, excuse me. It's like 1 in the morning. Royalty. divine, divinity. Purple also represents the higher chakra, the crown chakra, and so it's about tapping into your knowing, tapping into your intuition, the violet flame. You know, you can Google all those freaking terms, but basically it all boils down to having that connection to source, having the connection to the divine, and it all starts with our lower chakras. And so that's where I feel like this sort of instinctual defensiveness sort of comes from. That's a very root chakra energy in my mind. It's red. It's very, very about staking your claim, you know, creating your boundaries, figuring out who you are, identifying what you're here to fight for, what your mission is on earth in this lifetime, and saying fuck all the naysayers, not giving a fuck who don't agree with it, because it's your journey and it's what you're here to do. And then it's about not getting overly consumed in the physicality of that. You know, that is, you know, what do they say? Faith without works is dead, right? So you definitely do need to balance out having the faith within something, and like I said, that divine connection and the knowing, tapping into the knowing, tapping into your intuition, and defending that honor in the physical. You know, so that's where the balance is sort of coming in with these two, I forget what they're called, but the two cats that are pulling her along. It's like she's staying evenly rooted within both sides of her dualistic nature. We all have a dualistic nature. Everything in this plane has duality. And that's the way that you ascend upward, is acknowledging the light and the darkness. Acknowledging the physicality, the root chakra, that whole animalistic sense of us as humans, as well as the intuitive, submissive, you know, sort of receptive nature, and using both of them to push you forward. Now you do, okay, so these two cards are kind of confusing me. Y'all would know how this works out in your lives better than I would, but you have the Four of Cups, which lets me know that there's something that's going on in your situation. What do I want to say? That emotionally could give you a certain level of security or a certain level of fulfillment within your being that you're not paying attention to. You're thinking about what it is that you do not have, and that's no way to balance out your energies. Is you can't live in lack and understand duality at the same time. You understand what I'm saying? So it's about sort of getting your head on straight. This card was wreaking independence to me. Like I said, it's just him. He doesn't need anyone else with him to defend his own honor. He's got all these people against him, and yet and still he's still at his front door like, bitch, I wish you would. You know, so with this, I think it's about realizing that, yeah, maybe you might want people to band behind you to help you out with certain things, or you might want the belief of a certain person to come in and sort of help propel you forward. And honestly, I don't even see Aries energy relying on another person that way, but that's just what I'm getting from the cards. That's why I say you guys would know better than me. But I think that this month, focusing in on what it is that you do have, where does your wealth lie? I tell people all the time, you know, if you're feeling like you're in a place in your life where you're lacking, things are not working out, everything seems like it's just falling apart, whatever, wake up every day and write yourself a gratitude list. You could say it in your head, you could just write it on a notepad on your iPhone or whatever, but like literally when you pick up a pencil or a piece of paper and a pad and you write it out, you remember in school when you used to do spelling lists, your teachers would have you write out the words 10 times each because it imprints it into your psyche. You know, so when you write something down, it literally creates the vibration of it being real, as opposed to just, speaking it as well, but you can write it and speak it. You know what I'm saying? Like double duty. Put as much energy behind the intention as possible. And like I said, writing a gratitude list will sort of help to alleviate the anxiety of this card, or the worry of this card, or the ungratefulness of this card. He is so focused on what he does not have. He doesn't even realize he has these 3 cups down here all waiting for him. And cups represent emotional fulfillment, security, like I said before, just safeness, emotional receptivity and reciprocity. And if you're focused on something that doesn't exist, how can it reciprocate? You're giving it all of your energy, but what does it give back to you? You're putting it out into the universe that you like that shit. You like living in lack. You like focusing on what you do not have. So the universe will give you more of what you do not have so that you may focus on it. But what you need to redirect and realize is that you have to focus on what it is that you do have in order to achieve, in order to achieve more. So if you are fighting a solo mission, you're like, you know what, I really just want a team. I would say focus on the people who focus on you. I had to teach myself this lesson. I mean, I've been going through a lot during my little, I guess, unannounced hiatus, you know, but that's one of the lessons I'm kind of coming into is understanding that you have to ask for what you want. And then even within that, you can't just say, well, I wish I had, I wish I had, I wish I had. You got to start from the ground, get it from the mud. What do you have? Be grateful for that. Figure out ways to expand upon that. And then you'll start to see sort of a change in your life, a real change. But honestly, at this point, I don't feel like you need anybody else's support. I honestly don't. I want you to be grateful for the fact that you have you. You guys are some of the most independent people ever. And it's like, you know, on a good day, you guys are the shit. Like, y'all can get stuff done with no help. And oftentimes, I feel like when other people are put into the situation, it sort of weakens your edge, you know? Like, Aries is a very, very... They know what they want. They know what they want to do. They know exactly how they want to go after things. The attack is never second guessed. Like, y'all don't even have to think twice. If you see something needs to be done, you go do it. But when other people come around, you kind of become the town warrior for everyone else. Right now, I feel like it's time to fight for yourself. It's time to defend your own honor. You don't always have to factor someone else's energy into your individual life purpose and agenda. And that's what this is. This is a major arcana card. So it's talking about a major transition towards moving forward through balance, through acknowledging, like I said, the light and the darkness. And that might mean letting relationships go. I mean, it could mean a bunch of stuff. Y'all know, whatever that, you know, if I'm saying something and you feel that pang in your spirit, I'm talking to you, and spirit's talking to you, because it's really not even me. But anyway, I digress. You also have the Three of Cups, which is a really, really good card. It's a very joyous card. I feel like the progression of this reading is telling me that once you get to that place of gratitude, once you can get to that place of understanding that you absolutely should honor your autonomy, as opposed to making it about you against them. Like, fuck them. It's you. It's just you out here. I never seen a such thing as a double wide casket. You came in this world alone. You're going to die alone. Everything that you do doesn't have to be in defense of other people, but I think that you definitely should be grateful for, like I said, your autonomy. And within that, you will attract the people that are supposed to be around you, the situations and circumstances that are supposed to be around you. And then there will be a reason to celebrate. This card, like, most of the time, tarot readers say that this card is representative of like weddings, graduations, huge ceremonies of like of graduation. The three is sort of like the completion of a part of a phase. It's like phase one, kind of. So after you're done with the three, it's like you move up to the next three, and you get to six, you move to the next three, and you get to nine. Nine is a grandfather. So this is like the culmination of the creative energy from one, you know, from the baby to the three. It's like, okay, how am I trying to describe this? If any of you guys are into numerology, I think you kind of know where I'm going with that. But like, there's this thing with like 3, 6, 9, where there's this phase of progressions, and the first one is about, you know, the self, and a partner, and what you can create. So that's what I mean. Like, at this point, I feel like you are balancing out how you relate to other people, and then how that that sort of dualistic dialogue can create a third dialogue. And so there's this birthing of a new phase, a new push, a new phase forward. But you won't get there if you are so ungrateful for what you have. You can't realize that what you've learned throughout your relationships, what you've learned in battle, what you've learned through your defensiveness, what you've learned through defending your own needs, what you've learned through realizing that sometimes it is just you. You do have to just stand for your ideas, because other people might not get it. You know what I'm saying? Other people might not be with the shit. I hope that this makes sense for you guys. Let's go ahead and move on to the love reading. 13 minutes in. I missed you guys so much. You don't even understand. Like, this is crazy. I'm here though. Okay, so I got my Romance Angels deck by Doreen Virtue. Much love to Doreen. I know she's going through a sort of transitional phase right now. I appreciate everything she's done. Spirit, please give me the messages for Aries in the month of October 2017 going into November. What is it that they need to know for the highest good of all involved? I'm going to pull 2 or 3 cards. What is it that Aries needs to take into consideration, Spirit? Please be very deliberate with these messages so that everyone may receive know. Spirit might only want y'all to have one. Any more cards? Spirit, please be very deliberate. I think this is it. Okay, so you guys have, whoa, excuse me. This could be the one. And I'm going to tell you, my first instinct when I see this is giving me self-love. It's giving me self-love. You've already met the romantic partner that you seek. Now, that could mean what it means verbatim. You know, if you're looking into a love situation, you're like, okay, you know, those other cards could apply by way of like maybe you're with a romantic partner and you don't see how it could work out because nobody in your life approves of them. And that's where you're getting that defensiveness, and it's like you have to come into your oneness with yourself and realize that it doesn't really matter what anybody else thinks. You know, it's about you and this other person and what you can create, and rejoicing in that and supporting each other. And once people see the love is real, I feel like a lot of people end up coming around, you know, with those types of situations. But honestly, like I said, my instinct when I saw this is of you loving on yourself. This could be the one. It's like you guys are the one. You're the very first sign in the zodiac, and you know, you, like I said, Aries is all about the head, wanting to be first, is ruled by Mars. Mars is all about that very cutting energy, the very insertive energy. It's like it wants to insert itself into situations. It wants to do, it wants to go, and within that it can't carry much baggage. It moves so quickly that it doesn't have time for the baggage and the muck and mire of, like, you know, more emotional planets, like the moon, or, you know, whatever. Excuse me. So with this card saying this could be the one, I feel like you've already met the romantic partner that you seek. Within that, mindfuck, right? Boom. So if you're looking for a partner, you can't seem to find someone who you feel may be compatible with you, or, you know, you just can't find someone that fits. And you always think that the problem is everyone else, and it may be. Like, honestly, you might just be running into shitty partners, but at the end of the day, you're allowing that shitty partner in. So it's like, if you want a more exalted relationship, you want a more fulfilling situation for yourself, and you feel you're stagnant wherever you are, whether that's in a single life or in a relationship that's just not working out anymore, the quickest way to get to a better pastures is really to focus on yourself. Focus on you. Love on you. Love on you so much to the point where anybody that's interested in you knows that they have to do at least whatever it is that you do for yourself or more, or else it's not worth your time. Defend your beliefs. Defend yourself. Stop looking at that pie in the sky and actually give yourself the love that you desire. Don't be ungrateful about the situation or complaining about, oh, my guy, he does this, or my girl, she doesn't do this, or whatever. Like, but you allow that situation to infiltrate into your energy, into your force field. So, like, how are you going to fix it besides blaming that other person? Because blaming them does nothing. You can't change them. Only they can change themselves. So what can you change? You can change how much you value and honor yourself by way of who you allow in your space. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's really that simple. So let's go ahead and pull one more card just to sort of get into, this is my Trust Your Vibes deck. So I want to get into some, I don't want to say corrective action, but these cards, I always tell you guys, they kind of represent calls to action for me. So I want to know what Spirit needs you guys to sort of do physically in this realm to push forward for the highest good of yourself and all involved. Okay, that one came out really quick. Back to basics. I mean, I can't make this stuff up. Back to basics, and it's a 4 number. So this is, where's the 4? Oh, it's over there. 4 number. So it's about creating the foundations, the boundaries, creating the family structure, really. But I think, like I said, everything starts with you. You know what I mean? If you know you're in an abusive situation, but you really want a family, do you really want to get that person pregnant or have a baby by that person and create a foundation like that? Nah, you got a clean house. At this point, it's really, really time to, I said that guy, he was defending his beliefs and right in front of his front door. Like, you're not going to bring this shit into my front door. No, I will not allow you into my space, my sacred space. So what is it that you believe in? What is it that you really want to root yourself in? What is it that you really want to ground yourself in? Maybe write a list of the things that you really, really want to see within your life. What would be your dream life? What would give you the most security in your relationships and in your, you know, just your everyday situations and circumstances? affirmations in the morning. You know, like I said, write that gratitude list along with that. Maybe one day you do a gratitude list, one day you do affirmations, and the affirmations center around you realizing that you're enough for yourself. You don't need to look to that pie in the sky in order to get any of your needs fulfilled, emotionally or otherwise. People say that all the time, but like, God is really always with you, and it's not about a religious type of, oh, you're never alone. Like, no, but real shit, you're never alone. Like, you don't need a person to fill in any of your gaps, any of your voids. You are enough. Center your affirmations around that, Aries, and I promise you, I'm not saying your life is going horrible. This is a general reading, but you know, just from what it is that I saw, I promise you things will get better. I love you guys very much. If you guys want to go ahead and subscribe, I'd appreciate that. I am offering readings right now. As always, you know, all you have to do is email me at nellforhighvibe@gmail.com. That email is down in the description box below. What else did I want to say? Like this video. Make sure you like this video. Share this video. Anybody that you know that may have an Aries, sun, moon, or rising, share this video and see what they think. If you'd like to check out my music, on the end card at the end of this video, I'm going to put a little link to my music video. It's called Dreams. It's over on my other channel. That's just strictly Nell Nicole Music. And then I also just posted a video of one of my live performances. If you guys are a little interested in seeing that, I did a benefit performance for my team. We held a showcase to raise money for our scholarship fund, which was really, really dope. We had a lot of really, really nice donations, and I just want to thank everybody that came out that night. So if you guys want to go ahead and support me, you can watch that video, like that video, share it, whatever you want to do. And I think that that's everything. Oh, I wanted to tell you guys, I forgot to mention, I launched nellnicole.com. So actually it's been up, but there's a Nell for High Vibe section now. So you can actually, if you don't want to email me, you can go on to nellnicole.com, go to the services page, and there's a Nell for High Vibe services page. Scroll all the way down to the bottom and just email me what type of reading you want. You can pay right then and there, and then I'll go ahead and get you scheduled. If you have any questions, you can also just email me from there. And I'll get back to you at my earliest convenience. I love you guys so much. Oh, and watch out for a vlog on the Nell Nicole channel. I went to this music festival called A3C. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar. It's held in Atlanta, Georgia every single year. I absolutely love Atlanta. All my people out there, shout out to y'all. I went out and I had a blast. So I think I got like so much footage. I'm gonna end up having like maybe 3 vlogs worth. So if you want to kind of see what I do musically or what I'm like in my everyday life, you can definitely look out for those. Go over to my other channel and subscribe there too. Once again, I love you guys very, very much. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment on this video, and I'll see you guys in November.